Live. There
There
it
we go.
is.
Okay, excellent. Good afternoon, evening, morning, Wednesday to all of you out there that have decided to turn in on this thing. It's probably not going up on Wednesday. It's probably going up on Monday. But that's besides the point. So this is the Super Barley Brother podcast. I believe it's episode 6. I went ahead and went with episode 6. The reason why I said it's recovery is because our boy Jerry just recently celebrated his birthday, and last night we all got together down at Pluckers here in, well, not here in Allen, but here in Allen. God damn it. In Allen. And we all had some good drink. I had a little too much and passed out on the couch. Woke up with my YouTube app running Gamer Grumps for probably 4 to 5 hours. I'm not exactly sure. My back is killing me, so I got to apologize if I keep pushing my chest towards the camera. It's just I'm trying to get my back to quit messing with me.
He just likes you all that much.
Yeah, okay. So, other than that, we're just going to talk about some random stuff. We're going to start changing up the days that we do this. We're going to change up the weekends. You're going to notice well, it'll still be a two-week gap now, because we're doing this one. Seriously? Hang on. So, we're doing this now, and technically it's Sunday, but we're going to start doing it on Saturday. Holy Jesus! Hang on a second. And so we're going to start doing it in that way so that we're able to stay up late, take care of everything, do whatever we need instead of, okay, you guys carry on.
We have a special guest.
Dad!
So
I need to go pee. I need to go pee.
Yeah, just to continue off of what Ian's talking about is we are still going to keep with the 2-week format. We are just going to be recording a day earlier, which means hopefully we could have the podcast up a day earlier, audio and video versions, but instead of expecting one next week, you're going to get one this week as well, and then we're going to be going every 2 weeks from this week going forward. And Ian is back.
I am back. Am I unmuted? I am unmuted. Excellent. So, I am back. I didn't even hear a damn thing that was being said, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on.
It's okay. You don't miss anything.
Okay, well, so we're just going to run through stuff that we look forward to in the next month or so, run through whatever news we got that we feel is relevant, and then we'll just chit-chat, talk, do whatever. Recently, damn it, what was it that you were into, Jerry, that we were talking about you needed to talk about?
Well,
Oh,
why
that's
don't
right.
what beers are we drinking? What do you got there, bud?
Oh, so I've got a blood and honey.
intro.
Sorry, yes, I got a blood and honey, Revolver Blood and Honey. The reason why I tipped it over and brought it back up is because the bottom of it is blood orange, not sediment. Ooh, damn. So you got to tip it over to give it like a more like reactivation, as it would be when it's coming out of the. Damn, I can't talk for shit right now.
Okay.
As it's coming out of the.
Stop drinking between last night and right now?
No.
No, I went and had a cookout with the fam, and I told them to pick up some Blue Moon, at least so I'd have something to drink. And got there, I was like, well, fuck, I might as well have the hair of the dog that bit me. So continue drinking, and I'm gonna pay for it tomorrow. So cheers.
That's okay. If it makes you feel any better, here. This is what we're doing tonight.
We can't really. Yeah, well, we can't really see. Now let me ask you a quick question. Is that can top like a normal can top?
It's a standard can top, but there is Four Corners Brewery out of the west side of Dallas. They will make their entire lids removable.
That's what I was asking about, because I had some honey beer not too long ago where when you pulled it back, you popped off the entire top.
Yeah, Four Corners will be doing that, but Deep Ellum, no, they don't have a full pop top. It's just a standard can.
Okay. Very cool. Jerry, what you drinking?
I'm drinking your birthday present.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go.
What are you thinking of it?
I mean, I'm not really into the Belgians too much, but this is a Belgian-style Golden Ale anniversary from Rar and Sons out of Fort Worth, and it's pretty good. It took me forever to open. What's up with the wax?
Yeah. That's a new special thing that they're starting to do with a lot of the beers.
Well, it made it very frustrating because, I wanted to start drinking 5 minutes earlier, and I couldn't.
It happens.
Yeah. See, no, I can understand where you're coming from, because most of them, when they do that type of thing, they actually have a little tab that's out so that you can just pop that off and pop off. No, I know. You probably had to, cut into it and then try to...
I had to knife it.
Like that? Like a lot of, like some of that?
No, no. I was slitting its throat.
So
Well,
then let me ask you, did you set it on the counter and then prop yourself down in a sneak kind of position and just kind of get up on it and then take it from behind and then cut its throat and drop it down?
Sam Fisher style?
Yeah, sure. Dude, I've been seeing too much of BJ Blazkowicz, and he does this shit where he'll like cut the Achilles tendon, and then as they're reaching down, he'll put the knife up through the ear. Oh man, those takedowns are brutal. But I'll get to that.
The hell?
I'll get to that in a few minutes.
What?
John, Scott, what are you doing? Are you done, Jerry?
Yeah, I'm done. Go, Scott.
Yeah, nothing. I will step away and go get myself something. I was unprepared. I apologize. I'll go see what I got in the fridge. I'll be right back. John, talk about your goes down easy, just like your blonde.
I already have. I've already talked about my beer.
Well then,
Ian's
yeah.
just gonna sit there with a big grin on his damn face.
I'm gonna step away for a minute then, so go ahead and keep talking. I'll be right back.
We're really not prepared. This first 5 minutes, people are going to be pissed off.
Yeah, they're gonna
We're
get a
not
hold of this and
prepared.
wonder what the hell that we're coming
That's
into.
if they get past the first 5 minutes.
Hi-oh.
And they turn it on, see me vomit into a bucket and switch it off.
Why not?
That was funny. Ian and I were talking about the podcast last night, and I don't remember what episode you said it was, but it was like 38 views, and I was like, so is that the 37 views I did and the 1 view Ian did?
Mhm.
You got to promote the hell out of it, even if it's just false clicks.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do?
That's true. To everyone that has actually been watching, and I do want to say that we thank you for your time when you stop in and you check it out, even if you listen to it for 15, 12 minutes, skip around inside of it. We do appreciate you stopping in and just giving us a listen. Anytime you want to give us any feedback in any way, shape, or form, always hit that comment section. You can always find us on the Facebook groups, Super Barley Brothers, or facebook.com/groups/super. Just search
Something
for
like that.
Yeah, we'll put it on the blog. It's on the blog, so...
I'm still too drunk to talk.
And that's the thing is like, Patter mentioned the thing behind John Boy there, and I put one up, and so there you go. We listen to feedback. It's just that Ian and Scott are in the living room. They really can't do that.
Sure they can. They can tack that shit up.
I can make a tent.
A tent.
Have it
a
go
fort.
over your head.
I'll do a fort.
Hey, you know what you need to do? The next time that we record, you just need to, like Ian's saying, or like Jerry's saying, go ahead and just grab a
sheet
cloth and
over.
roll it over.
There you go.
Like you're hiding underneath the blanket.
See, the problem with me is there's too many dead bodies that are rolled up in my closet right now. I'm running out of sheets to even sleep on, so I don't have enough to be able to hang behind me.
NSA, please ignore the previous statements. Thank you, and have a good day.
Please listen to us. I know.
Yeah, right.
Lemira.
Click that like button and that subscribe button if you don't mind.
So real
That's
quick,
okay.
I'll,
Speaking of NSA, I got a new Wi-Fi, and so it's now NSA Listening Tower is the SSID.
Nice. You should make the password "come and get me."
I said, somebody said, it was like, well, that's just inviting them. And I was like, if they're bored out of their mind enough that they want to listen in on my shit, go right ahead.
Nice. All right, so John, or Scott? Damn, I keep doing that. Scott,
what
what'd
I
you
get?
You need to drink more.
I
to get
got-
through.
Got a Breckenridge Vanilla Porter, and speaking of porters, last night I had a Blackjack Porter by Left Hand, which was surprisingly very good. This is pretty good. The vanilla is pretty weak in my opinion. I'm not really getting the vanilla taste that they say right here on the label that it's brewed with real vanilla beans, which is
the Breckenridge Vanilla Porter.
yeah,
It's a little
not really-
bit- It's
on the light
yeah,
side.
yeah, it's on the lighter
Still good.
side.
It's a good porter, but that Left Hand, I'm gonna have to definitely get me some more of that.
That's what she said.
Hi-oh.
So, not bad. I mean, it's a, like I said, it's a very,
Hey, hold up
very
the bottle.
light vanilla shake. Yep. Yep. There it is.
Yeah, okay.
As stuff's better on tap, you'll get more vanilla flavor coming through.
Yeah, it makes sense too. They had at one of our growler fill stations today. They had a menu out, and they have the Blackhorn Unidragon on tap for growler fills, which so tempted to go get a
CNG?
fill of that. Yes, sir. CNG.
That's dangerous.
The one down in Deep
Telling
Ellum
me.
or a different one?
Yeah,
That is
that's
the one that's right by Deep Ellum, right there across from Fair Park. Yep. Crafton Growler's a great one. They also have a Lakewood Growler. Fresh my memory, John. Is there one more
Well,
Growler
you've
fuel
got the whole,
station?
you've got the Whole Foods.
That's right. Whole Foods
Whole
on
Foods does
Beltline.
it?
You've got
Whole Foods
wow.
on Beltline only.
Park Lane, Addison.
Yep.
South Lake, I think might. The Fairview location does not, unfortunately.
You know, we're talking about growlers, and I just want to throw this in there to help kind of promote a local business. So Choice Beverage in our area, McKinney, Texas. God, people are getting closer to figure out where I live. They sell growlers, and it would probably be one of the best places to buy growlers if you're in the area, because if they don't have something that you can fill it with on that particular location, the growlers will probably be at least a little bit cheaper. I never really priced them because
One thing about Choice, though, is they only sell one-size growlers, and I think that's a 32-ounce. And Crafton Growler actually goes from the, I want to say 16, John?
Yeah, 16 all the way up to 60.
16, 32, and 64. But yeah, I mean, if you want to get one of the designer ones, because they actually partnership through, what is it, House of Growlers?
I don't
Yes.
like some of their designs.
Yes. Yeah, teach their own. Everybody prefers, they got, the catchy, I love beer, and it's got the Texas State, and, craft beer, and it's got, or craft bear, and it's
The
got a
first
bear.
ones that I saw from House of Growler, it was marijuana leaves. I'm like, sure, that's fine and great,
Yeah.
but that's not me. I'm drinking, not getting high.
But that's where you put your pot. You put it in the tab in the bottle, and then when you want it, you shake it back out,
This is
Definitely
being
need to
recorded,
consider
right?
doing a trip to a Crafting Growler or Lakewood Growler to give you guys a true experience, because not only do you just fill growlers there, you can sample.
Yeah, well, John and I went a long time ago to the Deep Ellum one, and we did 2 flights or something
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah, one per.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
So
Very
That's
cool.
good.
that was
Covered
nice.
8 unique beers, and of course they've got 38 on tap. The other two, one's reserved for Abita's root beer, and then the other one's reserved for a cider.
Sounds like something that we need to kind of get together and set up. Maybe do like a meetup for all the people that possibly are listening. Set up something with them and be like, we might be bringing X number of people, and then give them a call ahead. See if we can't, set up a.
It's an option. They've got picnic tables in there, and they've got
Yeah.
a pizza place next door that delivers. So
And they also do sell
Mhm.
They also do sell bottled beers from local around, like Jester King, and they have a ton of clown shoes stuff that you can't really find normally at your other beer stores like Total Wine and Choice and stuff like that. So
I
if
have
you're
not
looking
tried
for
a clown
something-
shoe yet.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
God,
I
dude, I
can
need to go
name
get some.
I can name you so many to try.
Mhm.
Well, like your brother checked in on Untapped with one, and I was
Yeah,
asking
Brown
him.
Angel.
Yeah, I was asking him,
Yeah.
about that. So
Brown
That
Angel's a
was-
very good brown ale. You
There was-
cannot go wrong with it.
It's not Brown Angel. You talking Brown Sugar?
Or is it Brown Sugar? Thought it was Brown Angel because she's got wings. I don't know.
One of the two.
well,
Yeah.
it's a brown ale. So.
It's a brown.
Well, I don't know. Now that you mention it, I don't even know if I've had a brown.
It's good. Kind of like a Shinerous type.
Okay.
Box style maybe, a little bit. But dude, since I know that you like the dark beers and stuff, definitely it's not called the Vampire Slayer anymore. It's called the, oh crap, what'd they rename it, John?
They actually
Slayer?
renamed. No. It was damn it, what was it? Fuck, it was Undead Party Crasher.
Yes.
Thank you, that's what it was. Thank you.
But what's funny is if you look for that in another city, it's not going to be the same thing.
Really?
Yeah, they actually have to change their labels based on the cities that they distribute to, or the
Interesting.
states that they distribute to. I think Boston's their Blakecore Unidragon is something completely different because they can't utilize the Blakecore Unidragon.
And they just released their barley wine aged in bourbon barrels called the Crunkle Sam.
That's
Yes.
out again?
Yes,
That's-
yes, it's out.
And you might want to call it Choice. They had it last week, but I don't think they probably have it in stock anymore.
Well, last time I went in there, it was a while after it got released, and
Okay.
I walked out of there with 3 bottles. So,
It is out.
oh my God, I'm gonna have to go get some. I remember the first time I had a Crunkle Sam, I had a personal discussion with my bushes.
In that case, you were doing it right.
Right. Well, and then I turned around and had to try to see a few people off, and I was trying to give some of them hugs and pats on the backs, and they're like, no, that's all right. You go ahead and go back to your bush.
All right, we can do that.
Bush misses
Okay.
But Jerry, I got to say, the thing I like about Clown Shoes not only is the different types of beer they have, but the creativity that they go behind with the names and the artwork on the labels, like Space Cake and Hoppy Feet and Muffin Top.
Oh,
But those are more the IPAs and tramp stamp.
No IPA.
Yeah, I know.
You
That's
need to
what I'm
try
saying.
Luchador and Fuego. That one was really good.
That is incredible. Spicy.
Well, it wasn't really spicy. It had some spices.
It had a little kick to it. It's good. It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
So that's beer
All
talk.
right. So, Jerry,
Yo.
tell me about the Splinter Cells.
Well, I'm playing Splinter Cell Blacklist right now on PC with a gamepad.
Does it have Kinect?
No.
Everything's better with Kinect.
Oh, plug.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, about now you can unplug that.
Yeah.
You could always. All right, Jerry, go on.
Xbox
so,
on.
so I've got Raptor, RAPTR. Scott and John introduced me to it, so it's it puts all your games in, kind of ranks, and you can track and everything like that. So Splinter Cell, I've almost got 23 hours into it. And I will say a lot of that, when you do the side missions, at least to me, they are a lot more difficult than the campaign, even though they're on the same difficulty setting, which I'm playing on normal right now. And so you've got a couple of different people, your support. You've got Briggs, who's another military guy. He's not a Splinter Cell. He came from, I think, CIA or something like that, and he's helping out Sam. So that's all co-op. So, Scott, I need to hook up with you and do some co-op with Briggs or something like that. And then you've got Grim, who's your intel contact, and she's got some solo missions. Hers are based on stealth, 100% stealth. If you get caught or spotted, you lose, and there's absolutely no checkpoints like there is in the regular campaign gameplay. The other day, I was literally like 30 feet away from the extraction point, and I got spotted, and I had to start all over again. So that's part of the reason why I've got so many hours into it. And then Charlie, who's your technological guy, he does all the weapon upgrades, your ops suit upgrades, and everything like that. His are more like the horde mode or the waves of people coming in, and so it's more assault based, and that gets hard too towards the end of it because you have to end up capturing some people, and again, both of those things are in broad daylight, so there's not a lot of sneaking around that goes on. So that contributes to part of the reason why I've got so many hours into it. Scott had requested, and I wanted to see John, Ian, if you want me to do the same thing. Scott kind of requested, like, not a play-by-play, but kind of just going through a mission and stuff like that to kind of talk about it. Thoughts?
That's fine by me.
Yeah, do like a quick let's play of one of the videos or one of the missions.
Yeah. So I should have looked up which one it was, but it's one of Grimm's broad daylight stealth ones. I'm going to mention this one just because I've been working on that one a lot, and I finally got through Ghost. Absolutely no takedowns, nobody spotted me, nothing. So everybody was left alive. I got my stuff and went. It was you have to go in and collect these files. Physical files. They weren't in a computer at all. So you had 3 different objections that you had to go to. So I got all my stealth stuff, and I got the crossbow where you could shoot an EMP just in case I needed it or something like that. But I was able to go through broad daylight, bypass 3 people, got my first file, went through a minefield without blowing up, and
Did you fight a giant robot?
not a giant robot, but there was a heavy armor guy.
Metal Gear.
That's what I was first thinking. I'm expecting the little exclamation mark above the head.
Metal Gear reference?
Yeah.
I haven't played Metal Gear.
And for you to like stealth games, that should be definitely on your radar.
Get out.
Right. Well, let me make that note.
You're gonna have to play it on your PlayStation 3, so you're gonna have to dust that off. Or you could at least buy Metal Gear. What was it? Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. You can do that on the PC.
Yeah.
Oh, that one was on my radar. Okay.
But that one's so you gotta that one's not a stealth game. That is a platinum game. The same guys that did Bayonetta. So it's very very Bayonetta-esque, and they try to sneak in stealth elements. It's not perfect. I mean, I've got the demo for the 360. If you want to give that a run before you drop any change on anything.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it. Yeah, I really haven't picked up the console a lot lately. Either one of them, 360.
No, I saw you pick it up the other day just to throw it out of the way.
Shut up, ass. That is one of the things about the Splinter Cell, though. If it's a heavy armor guy, and it's just like on Conviction where you can tag up to 3 people, and then do an execution. If it's a heavy armor guy, all it does is knock the helmet off. It doesn't kill him. So not only do you go through the execution phases, but then you got to turn around and shoot him up really quick before he kills you.
So do you think that you were maybe near completion of the entire game since you've been putting in about 20-something hours into the game?
I'd have to look that up. Sorry.
Well, my question for you is, if you can kind of remember all the missions, and you can even include the side missions if you want, what would you say the ratio is to stealth versus combat? Is it more combat? Is it more stealth? Or is it pretty much, would you actually say,
if you're talking
an even amount?
If you're talking the main storyline, take the side missions out.
Okay.
I still think it's more stealth oriented. But we kind of touched on it last time. You can choose either one. I always go with shooting out the lights and going on the outside of the building or going up on pipes or whatever. I always try to do that just because that's the reason I pick up that game to begin with.
Absolutely.
Because I like that, and like we talked about last time, I mean, Splinter Cell, the first one, I mean, that was like a breakthrough back then. I mean, it was an awesome game, and I almost just rebought it again with that sale on Amazon.
It's still going on.
Yeah, but we talked about this, the whole mapping your gamepad and whatnot. I'm not a WAS guy, so...
True. I mean, hey, for $2 though,
you
never know. And that's the thing. You're so right, though, about it. And that's the thing that I did respect about Splinter Cell was it truly was a unique experience compared to any other shooter games. And, of course we all need that pointless shooter, just like with what Ian's playing right now. Nice segue, right? No, I mean, everybody needs that. You got to have that pointless sit down. I just want to blow shit out of the air. I don't care. It's overpowered. It's crazy over-the-top antics, but the way that Splinter Cell redefined it as, okay, I got to think, what's this guy's path? It reminded me a lot of not only just your standard third-person shooter or whatever, but it reminded me a lot of Rainbow Six about planning your attack prior to engaging. You had to scope it out.
And that's and that's where you and I are alike. We've talked about that before in the past with Advanced Warfighter when it first came out. I was all about planning it out and trying to take the path of least resistance, and that's going back to that mission I was talking about. That's exactly what I did. Was because I got caught so many times, unfortunately, I did understand more of the path that the guards were taking. So I knew when it was gonna. I had an understanding, and I also upgraded the radar recently. And this is a cool thing, kind of like in the Agents of Shield, you've got that plane that's their headquarters. The Paladin is the same thing. That's your headquarters for Fourth Echelon. And so if you upgrade the plane, you get rewards as an individual in the game. And one of those rewards that I did is you got to understand which way they were facing by looking at your radar. So it would actually be an arrow as opposed to just a blip. So then I could look at my radar on my hub and be able to see which direction the guards were facing, and that way I knew when to bolt to the next cover or something like that. So that definitely helped a lot too.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and so that helped planning being more stealth oriented a lot easier. So that was one of the cool things that they offer in that as well. And
Jerry, did you pick up Thief?
The new one, the reboot?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Let me know when you get into that. I want to get your thoughts on that.
It's probably actually going to be in the next game based on how much you've been playing it.
It's
I just haven't been able to put down Splinter Cell. So
no, that's kind of my problem with Thief. So
Well, you know now how you put it down. You sneak up quietly behind it.
shut up.
Split it.
Well, and according to the wiki, I am actually on the second to last main campaign mission.
cool. Never trust the wiki.
Well,
Yeah.
I've looked at 2 or 3, so and they all have that I'm on the second to last. So I'm probably what I'm going to do is I made it to a checkpoint before the podcast started on the second to last one. So what I'll probably do is go back and do some more of the side missions with Grim and Charlie before continuing on, just to build up some money and upgrade some more stuff before getting into the next level.
There you go.
So, John, before we get into Ian, and oh yeah, Jerry, did you have anything else you want to talk about playing?
Well, just the list of stuff, but as far as playing, that's all I've played. So
You have perked my interest again. I might get back into it once other games on my list right now have died down.
did you play Conviction?
Yes, I did, and I beat
Okay.
that. I just rushed through it. I played through it on the hardest difficulty. Was pretty disappointed in that game.
Really?
Yeah,
That's a humble brag if I've ever heard one.
it was.
It was the hardest difficulty. I just blew
All
right.
right, not the humble brag, but Jerry, you have to admit it was an easy ass game,
I think I'm
and there
gonna
was
replay
no
it.
stealth to me at all.
I think you need
they
to. I think you need to get on some downers. Maybe you're just too hyped up. No,
They-
but I mean, I bought it again on that Amazon deal, and I am going to play that again. But I think it is. Part of the thing with that is it was a totally different style Splinter Cell at that point.
Well, they introduced that what you just talked about a little bit ago was that was the first game that they introduced that quick, time event is what I like to call it, where you tag all the
Right.
enemies and then it goes into an automatic replay of let's watch this badass cutscene of me not even aiming the gun. I'm just gonna point to these people and go, I want to hit you first, I want to hit you second, then I'm gonna do a nice little dive kick and I'm gonna take you out stealth. Go, and then I watch it. That to me is
To me, it was satisfying. I felt like a badass.
but you don't feel like you're contributing other than hitting clicks.
Okay, wait a second,
Code clicks.
because I could use that as a segue into what we'll have you talking about later, since you're playing a MOBA.
There is no similarity than clicks. That is
Really?
strategy. That is button configurations. That is planning. That's fine. Hey, we'll stop right there. I'll talk about that in a little bit.
Okay.
I do, before we get into you and Wolfenstein, John, you need to update Sir Ian about the status of the game that you've been playing that we need you to beat.
What?
Oh, no. He's needing to finish Bioshock Infinite.
Yeah.
He's been playing
I
it
got some
lately.
time into it. Although, now that I had my hard drive failure, I'm going to have to reinstall it and see what's saved.
Was it through Steam?
It was. So my
Okay.
game file should be cloud synced.
It
Yeah.
is.
So without giving any spoilers, can you give a hint as to where you are?
Post-rip. If
You
that
can
helps.
give a little bit more.
This would be the
Hospital?
Vox.
Okay.
So if you recall, then yes.
Yeah,
this
if
would-
you're
would
saying
be the
post
Vox.
Vox, that doesn't seem like you're that far along.
No, because I tend to dig into everything when I play these games.
Well, this type of game is one of those ones where you really have to go through every corner to get everything that you can. Like there's some of those voxophones or whatever the hell they're called that
I've
talk about the
It's incredible what they cover.
The
Oh, yeah.
backstory.
like the
I've
music.
I think I've got half of everything that's available because when I see the achievements pick up or whatever, I seem to be about halfway for most everything I've picked up.
Just pay very close attention to the music throughout the game, and I'm not talking about the orchestral music that plays. I'm talking about the music that you hear, like the quartet
The
singing,
barbershop.
yeah, and all that other stuff. Just kind of pay attention to it, because the first time I saw that barbershop quartet come up, I was like,
I
why
recognize
does that song really sound familiar?
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's epic. Oh god.
Yeah.
I
this-
haven't played
this is
any of the
a phenomenal
Bioshocks.
game.
I've got-
This would
Well,
be a good one for you
just
to
know
start
this,
on,
Jerry.
Jerry.
Huh?
You need to. No, he needs to start it on 1.
Yeah.
I didn't play one though.
It's
Yeah, I
still
know.
a
I
good
wanted to
game.
play
play
one
one
after
because you
finish.
wet your diaper the one time what was it? I was over at Jerry's house downloading and I had all you guys on the couch while I was playing the demo,
Yeah.
and I think you got up and left the room.
At the
Jerry
end.
was just kind of like, just let me know when it's over.
Well, hey, wait, Scott. Speaking of that, real quick. Sorry to interrupt. So, did you ever test out the Fraps thing that you told me about the recording for the
I mean, we
gameplay?
used Fraps before, but it takes up, if you're recording in high def at full resolution, it takes up a lot of GBs.
6-minute video recording will be about 2 to 3 gigs.
Well, I got a 2 terabyte drive now, so.
It's good, but it worries me about the upload if we want to start uploading to
Right.
our YouTube page and stuff like that, because there is a limit.
No, there's
Well,
not.
it's like, going
there's
back
not?
to
Okay.
going back to what Ian mentioned, like podcasts ago, like back in October or something. He wanted to record me playing. Ian, would you stop it?
You're looking the wrong way. You're supposed to be looking ahead.
Nope, I stay away from the head and the shaft. That's somebody else's business.
Oh, man, I'm glad we say that this is a mature podcast.
Exactly.
Anyways,
This
but
is a
Ian wanted me to record myself playing this game, and Alan Wake was another one.
Dead Space was
Dead
another one.
Space. Yeah, I've got all
So
3 Dead
here's
Spaces.
the thing that I'm working out now. So Alien Isolation is coming out on the Xbox One, and I've already got streaming functionality through it. So I think what we'll do is we'll have a get-together where all 4 of us come together. I'll turn off all the lights.
Oh,
and we'll
God.
start the game
Hey,
instead.
let's make sure that we do it at night.
Oh,
when
yeah?
there's a thunderstorm coming through.
No,
Ooh.
no, because we can't have any network issues. It's got to stream. It's got to stream because everybody's got to see Scott flip his shit and run out of the room.
I'm surprised you still haven't asked me why I haven't played Outlast on the PS4.
I assume it's because of.
Ouch.
Yeah. Hey, no, it's fine. You can pick it up right now for $6 on your PC.
Yeah,
I would
I'm
love
kind of.
to stream that, dude.
Yeah, I'd love to stream that, but I don't want to pay I don't want to pay Twitch or YouTube to stream.
True
So
that.
I want to wait
I
to see if it
gotcha.
comes to the one, which with everything Microsoft has
Does
been
it
doing
cost
lately.
something through Twitch to stream?
Oh yeah, if you stream through your PC, it costs you money.
You got to have software that will allow you to stream, but that can be a offline conversation.
Hmm
But anyways, so it's good to hear that John's back in the BSI wagon again. He needs to continue the ride, John.
No,
Yes,
Please
please
continue
God
the
finish that.
ride.
I will finish
We
the game.
can do a spoiler cast
Oh.
at some point with the 3 of us, and then I can bring
Absolutely.
the other guy into it.
Yeah, he can fill my shoes then, because if you're going to talk about Bioshock Infinite, I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah,
Well, Jerry, you picked it up. You
Well,
picked
yeah,
it
I
up, right?
picked it up.
It
Yeah, but
took
he has to
about.
burn through at least 2 games before he can
Yeah,
join
that's
in on
true.
that
I
conversation.
forgot
Yeah.
Thief's next for you. Okay, fair
Well,
enough.
then I got to go through Bioshock 1 and 2.
And
Well,
see, I don't think
2
you
is
need to
not a
start out
necessity.
slow.
2 is definitely not a necessity. If you focus on 1 and then Infinite, you're fine. Because those are the 2 that were actually written and done by Ken Levine, who is, in my eyes, the father of Bioshock.
So it's not like, I mean, so are you saying 2 isn't canon,
No,
basically?
no. 2 is canon. It's just it's not as good.
Her
So
Minerva's Den is what only thing you should play in that.
yeah, but then again, you would have to actually play through 2 for Minerva's Den to kind of make sense.
Right. But here, and
God damn
again,
it, Jerry.
this is me that I haven't played through Bioshock 1 at all. But to me, to ease a person in to playing Bioshock, they need to play Infinite because it's not as
No.
jump
Ah.
moment. But the way it ends, Ian, and that's all I'm going to say without saying too much. The way it ends, man.
Yeah, no, I
Man.
understand, but it's still one of those things where there's we can't go into anything without being spoiler.
No, we gotta stop. We gotta stop.
So Bioshock 1 does a better job of introducing you to the gameplay mechanics that end up in Infinite and how
Okay.
everything works. It does a better transition period because Bioshock Infinite assumes that you have played the other games and does a little less. Now there is a little
Yeah.
more that they do at certain points, but play 1, then play Infinite.
And Jerry, I don't know if it's controller compatible on the PC. If you picked it up on the PC,
It should be. It should be.
Bioshock 1, I don't know.
I'm pretty certain it is.
Yeah, well, then, if that's the case, then I'll try that whole mapping thing we were talking about last
Or I could bring you Bioshock 1 on the 360.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is that my consoles are now upstairs, which is near my son's room, and that's why I guess I could use headphones.
Yes. Yes, you can.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that.
I was
I
giving
did not know that.
Cool.
You're welcome,
Thank you,
by
Ian.
the way.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
oh my God! We gonna do this? Yeah. I should do that. My teeth look shitty.
On that note, Ian,
On that
talking about
awkwardness.
Wolfenstein.
Okay. Oh shit! That went down the wrong hole.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
That's because it's dark and I'm in a rush. That
Oh God!
that
Yeah, as long as you have
chloroform
to go.
wears off a lot quicker than it looks.
Oh, NSA, please ignore that last comment. He's kidding.
FBI and CIA, it's all up to you now.
So Wolfenstein actually it's better than I assumed it would be because I thought it would be like Duke Nukem but hopefully better, and it actually turned out to be really good in my opinion. I have not completed it. I have gotten pretty far as I'm aware, but I don't think I'm near the end. Or at least I hope I'm not near the end. There is a lot that these guys have done to go into seriously making you understand how a world occupied by Nazi Germany would be. And there's a lot of stuff that is really, really the hell is he doing? Okay. There's a lot of things that are very uncomfortable to see, but it is stuff that would occur.
Can I interject real quick on you, Ian?
Go ahead.
Did you hear about what they did with the German version of the game?
No, what'd they do?
They took out the swastika that sits on any in-game play. They removed the swastika and they replaced it with the Wolfenstein symbol.
Yeah. Okay.
There is no reference to any swastikas in the German version. I was
Okay.
pretty taken aback by that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, too, and also Germany is also one of those places that will ban a game at the drop of a hat. Like,
This is true.
I think every single Gears of War game except for Judgment had to go through rescoring after they fixed certain things so that it would pass to be sold in that country.
Right.
But no, I'm not gonna lie. Right out of the gate, for the first hour or so, it was a little. The gameplay didn't feel right, but then I went in and tweaked the sensitivity of the X and Y axis, and then it started to feel a lot better. but I was a few hours in before I noticed that kind of situation. Cinematically, it's really good. The transition between cinematics and gameplay are a little rough. In fact, the cinematics to me are they're just CGI cinematics, so they're not in-game engine. So therefore, the cinematics actually look worse than the in-game stuff. The in-game stuff looks good. It's running on the ID5 tech, which looks really nice. In fact, going back a step, if we're going to talk about ID Tech 5, Rage looked awesome. It didn't play awesome. It just there was not okay. The gameplay was fine, but the story didn't give me that gumption to keep going, to keep moving along. The pacing was just so horrible that I could stop and walk away at any given point and not really care. And it was also trying to feed on the Borderlands hype that was taking place at that time. I keep making oceans as I'm talking. But there have been a lot of points in that game where things catch me completely off guard. There's been quite a few jump scares. I mean, they rectify, or things happen. Like there's this one scene. I don't want to give away too much, but you're running around in a bunch of rubble. I'm not even going to say when this happens in the game, but you have this giant robotic dog thing with gnashing teeth that is chasing you around the rubble, and you actually have to go down one path until he kind of sticks his head through a fence, and you have to go run down another path until he pops his head out, chases you to that way, and he gets stuck behind something else, and you got to do that a few times until something finally falls on it and kills it, which I thought was really interesting. It was also really frustrating because I didn't know that's what I needed to do at the point, so I'm panicking trying to get out of that area because I don't want to fight the fucking dog. It is a difficult fight if you don't have a turret. But as I kind of hinted at earlier, I am playing the game kind of stealthily, and there are a few missions where you are forced into a stealth type of situation where all you have is your knife or a silenced pistol, which is really cool. So I enjoy that because the takedowns are brutal and nasty and gross, and if you think about it, you're killing Nazis. There's no wrong way to kill a Nazi. You can drop a piano on him if you want to. The one thing that I do hate, though, is I am a huge animal lover, and the Nazis have actually altered dogs to be armored and have their face covered with stuff, and they react more to sound. I don't like executing the dogs, but I'd much rather execute them than fight them. But it is one of those things where every time I do it, I'm uncomfortable with it. But then again, that goes into another scene that I saw in a labor camp that had to do with a baby. I'm just going to go ahead and leave that there. Let's see what else. I mean, the shooting is fine. I do feel that there is no benefit between looking down the sight and just using the tiny crosshair that you've got on the screen. To me, there's no real benefit unless you're using the sniper rifle or you're using your arc laser cannon thingy and you've got the scope on it, which is an upgrade. Once you've got that, if they're in the scope, the arc will find them. So that's a handy dandy little thing. See, I'm enjoying it. Storyline is pretty good. It's keeping me going. I haven't been streaming it all that much after the first night where I was streaming it just to show it off to the SBB group on Facebook. It was one of these things where I loaded it up, I think it was Wednesday night. It was like, I'm going to play for a little bit. And I noticed that there were 100-something channels streaming it. So it's like, I'm not going to get many views. If I get any, it's going to be 2 or 3 of the loyal people that come in and watch me every time I stream. So I'd much rather just be able to enjoy the game and fuck up openly and not feel any type of pressure. But I would say if you're looking for a good, no-nonsense kind of bullshit shooter, go ahead and pick this one up. It's fun. It's engaging. A lot of the weapons get really interesting. Like my shotgun has 2 ammo types. Wow, I almost did the shocker there. My shotgun has 2 ammo types. One is buckshot and one is regular shotgun rounds. So it does with the buckshot, it's almost like the flat cannon from the Unreal Tournament, where if a guy goes around a corner and you've got a flat surface across them, you can shoot that and all the shot will ricochet into the next room and get them. And they get brutal too. With the buckshot, you get close enough, you can rip limbs off. Let's see what else.
I have a question. So you're talking about, the scare factor and whatnot. Did you ever play Wolfenstein 3D?
The original Wolfenstein 3D?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I'll admit, I was one of the people that only played the shareware version. I never paid for the full long version. I only played the cheap one. So I never fought against Mecha Hitler.
Mecha Hitler scared the crap out of me.
Oh, I can see that. But what I'm talking about is like there was
I'm
one
just saying.
where I had. No, I got you. I had to walk up to this door and pull a lever, and as you pull it, the game then gives you the prompt to press X again to let go. And so I pulled the lever, and I was like, well, okay, why is it giving me the prompt to let go, and it's just not opening the door? And all of a sudden, it opens up real quick, and this mecha Nazi comes walking out. And it's like, okay, well, I got to deal with this, and then I go running around trying to take care of that, and then as soon as I take care of that, and I get the quote-unquote mission objective, I go into a pseudo boss fight, which is where near the objective, I'm going to call it a casket because that's the best word for it, pops open, and another larger Mecha Nazi comes out of that. So I take him down, and I get running around, and all of a sudden another one pops open, large Mecha Nazi comes out of that, and another one pops open. So there I am running low on health and ammunition. The only thing that has kind of unlimited ammunition is the arc laser cannon thingy ding ding ding, but you have to find little recharge stations to recharge the gun, and it takes time depending on how low the battery is to charge it up.
You want to tell him on another note, since he brought up Wolfenstein 3D, about the Easter egg?
Oh yeah. So there is a technically a hub that you go to where they excuse me, where they give you like little missions like find this notebook or get me, I lost my wedding ring, or stupid little shit that you go around and do, and it's supposed to help, I guess, increase your health or stuff along those lines. But it's little missions throughout there that have, though some of those have been more fun than the main missions where you're actually in like a Nazi base or something along those lines. But there's was like 4 layers to this, like 4 floors, and one of the beds you can sleep on, and every time you do that, it initiates a small cutscene where you're interacting with one of the members of that particular area. The only time I've actually done it, because I didn't think to do it every time, I ended up waking up to a health up or health upgrade sitting on the table next to the bed, so I need to start doing that on a regular basis. But I came across a bed that had nightmare instead of sleep. Well, I had already known from a podcast that when you do that one, it drops you into Wolfenstein 3D. Now, it's only one level of Wolfenstein 3D, but it was interesting. Now, I've gone through that one twice, technically gone into it 3 times, because the first time I ran into it, I had it on a higher difficulty and ran out of the corner just like, what's going on? And I had a Nazi on this side and a Nazi on that side, and I got dropped. But it's really cool. The one thing that I don't like is that you hear nobody say mein Leben.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh shit! That's the
Even when you're inside the Wolfenstein 3D, you don't see.
Oh god, it's so classic. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, but no, you guys need to watch a video, John and Jerry. It's hilarious. When I first saw it, it's updated graphics with your regular guy with the dual wielding weapons if you're wanting to carry those, but total nostalgia when you're walking down, you see nothing but blue walls and the metal steel doors and the Nazi art on the wall and everything. It's truly a trip. It's awesome. I'm glad they put that in there.
Yeah, you got the
Cool.
you got the updated BJ Blazkowicz hand bouncing back and forth.
Yep.
You have the particle effects. The blood still looks real, even though these are like 8-bit, 2-dimensional guys. When they die, they still got this splatter that shoots out of them in such a way that it's like, well, that looks like real blood.
It's awesome.
But yeah, I'm having a really good time with it. The only bad thing is much like what happened to Child of Light, which I enjoyed the hell out of, I still haven't finished that, and I started playing Wolfenstein, is Tuesday, Watch Dogs comes out. And as soon as that comes out, everything gets placed on the back burner, because that is the game that I've had reserved, and I'm not a big pre-order guy, but I've had that game pre-ordered for almost a year now.
I'm so jealous. I am so jealous.
Well, I'll stream it Tuesday night. Just jump on Twitch for a little bit and watch it. Well, hell, actually, if you really want to see it, I think there was a mess up in Ubisoft's like online store, and they actually sold the game early. So there's plenty of people on Twitch right now playing the game.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I mean, I haven't gotten to this whole Twitch thing. And even on like YouTube, I really don't go out. The furthest I do is like a gameplay trailer, because especially for games I want to play, I just feel that it's going to be a little bit of a spoiler, you know.
There's always that possibility, but here's what you do. If you just want to look in and see how the gameplay works, is you turn down your sound setup, you go ahead and you jump into it and you watch it for a little bit. If it looks like the guy's having a really hard time, then you go back and like read some reviews or watch some reviews where they talk about it to see if there's any difficulty with the gameplay mechanics or anything along those lines. Because there was one, IGN actually has a stream that's constantly rolling. It's an hour-long stream, and they avoid any, well, they attempt to avoid any spoilers. I think they actually go across a pseudo side mission that ties in with the main story. I didn't happen to catch what was being said during it because I had it down so low, because for some reason IGN loves their assholes to just be loud as shit, and I can't stand that. But you know, I missed what they were talking about, but sitting there watching them play through it, it was really interesting to see how the gameplay mechanics work as far as like hacking. For a lot of the time, I thought hacking was just highlight, object A, hold down button B, watch the little thing go around the diamond, and you've hacked it. There are mini games built into the game as well, like almost like, I hate to come back to Bioshock, but when you hack in Bioshock, you play an old game Pipe Stream, or Pipe Dream, sorry, and then in this one you have like a wire game where you have to like make sure that all these particular points are in place so that this data flows through all the points and back again.
Real quick, before I forget, I want to go back real quick to Wolfenstein. Do you have to play the other games, or is this like a reboot?
It is not a reboot. In fact, the first hour or so takes place back in, what is it, 1942, during actual World War II. Yeah. And then after that, your guy is actually put into a pseudo coma for 16 years, and you wake up in 1960. So, to be honest, I've only played Wolfenstein 3D. I never played the Spear of Destiny. I never played the 2008 version that, if I'm not mistaken, had Scott running out of the room while John reviewed it on their old site.
Yeah.
No, you do not have to play them in order.
No,
okay.
But this one does reference the one from 2009 or 8.
Okay, cool. Sorry, back to Watch Dogs.
It looks like it's going to be awesome.
Okay, cool. I'm glad we came back then.
Yes, I'm jazzed. Like, even though there was that whole conflict with not conflict, but there's that problem with them releasing new trailers later on where the graphics look like they've taken a dip since that first IGN trailer where they said it was being played, and the graphics were phenomenal. I mean, they were great. It was one of those things where it's like, you cannot tell me that this is not some type of a next-gen setup.
Right.
Ever since then, I've been just super jazzed about this game, so it would have to suck a whole bunch of dick for me not to like it.
Well, the thing is, and they were actually doing a little giveaway, PS4 Watchdog version bundle thing, and that's what brings me to that, is that I'm a Ubisoft fanboy. I mean, realistically, the only thing that I haven't played, what is it, the cartoony one, the Rayman. That's the. I think that's it. Is that a
Child of Light? And Child of Light.
Oh, is that a Ubisoft game?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, there's a lot of Ubisoft apparently I have not played, but I mean, realistically, Far Cry, any of the Tom Clancy's, all of that I've enjoyed and pretty much at least played twice through on a lot of those. Oh, and Assassin's Creed. So, well, that's a Tom Clancy.
Yeah, that's a Ubisoft. We need to play through it again, by the way, before you tuck that fucking 360 away.
Well, what we need to do is Gears of. I need to get a gold.
Get Judgment. You need to get 3 months of
gold, and we'll do Judgment, and then we'll do Future Soldier again.
Okay.
I think, Scott, didn't I play Future Soldier with you on PC?
We tried it.
There was a lot of lag, wasn't there?
Bad.
Okay,
That's
but
right.
this time when we play Future Soldier, you have to host, because remember, every time we did it, I was the hoster, and you always got dropped in with a totally different weapon layout, and we had
Oh
to
my
sit there and
god.
spend 10 minutes trying to get you set up.
I wonder if they ever fix that.
Mm-mm. Because it's from the save file of the host.
Oh. Well, that's BS then. I
Yeah,
don't like
and I
that.
can put up with it because I can easily adapt my role to.
Are you saying I'm not easily adaptable?
Nope. No. Excuse me. I said no to your statement. You said, "Am I not easily adaptable?" And I said no.
That was a question.
No. I guess I didn't hear you right. Maybe I should turn it up. All right. So what's next, if anything?
Scott. Hold on.
Oh, that's right. Scott's got to talk about that fucking Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, I didn't
Two
really look
things.
into that. You posted it on the thingamabobber.
Yeah, I got two things I wanted to talk about real quick. I'll keep it to a minimum.
Did you?
First
No,
game
no,
that
Scott, you
I
talk.
played this week.
Scott, you
First
need to
game
do
that I
some
played
talking.
this week on Tuesday was Transistor when it came out by the guys at Supergiant that did Bastion. Yeah, go ahead and walk away, Ian.
Why is Ian walking away?
He wants to play this. He's already seen me stream it, and he's already gotten his thoughts on it. So
Oh, okay.
for you and John, you both need to seriously, John, I know that you started it. You need to finish Bastion as soon. I know that I keep telling you all these games that you need to play, but it takes
Yeah,
about
I
8 hours to
back
beat.
in
It's a downloadable game. It's not a retail. It's not going to take you 10 to 20 hours. Supergiant Games really focuses not only on gameplay mechanics, but they also focus on storytelling. And the way that they did it in Bastion was very, I guess, to me, thoughtful, and actually a lot of feelings went into the creation of this idea and this story behind this one character that you start out playing. We all know that mainly whenever you start a game, you've either got one of two things. You've had a tragedy happen, or you've woken up from amnesia and you got to figure out who you are and where you've been. I mean, that's the main gist of pretty much any game nowadays, is that's the one of two scenarios. In Bastion, it's totally different, where it's, of course, what they refer to as a calamity that started, but the whole process of finding out what caused it and the way that they detailed that through the entire story, again, take you about 6 to 8 hours to beat, and it truly, like Ian and I talked about on a previous episode, it's one of my top games of the last generation. Top 5, maybe even top 3, just because it struck me that well. And the soundtrack to it, everything about the game spoke to me personally. And it just,
did it.
yes. And they actually called me up and wanted to talk about it.
The
So
kid answered
Transistor,
the phone.
yeah, hey, that kid knows how to pick up the phone. So,
Here it comes.
so when they announced Transistor, I played Bastion on the PC because it was an Xbox-only game. Did not come on the
short
PS3.
period of time.
For a short period of time, then it came out on PC. So when Transistor came out, I was like, well, I got to play it on a console because I played Bastion with a controller. I want to play it on the PS4. I'm not,
So you can stream it.
and that's another reason. I definitely want to allow people to see it, because not a lot. That's one thing that Supergiant does so well, is nobody knew about this game other than the trailer that they'd shown. They kept so much from the audience. They didn't have any spoilers. They didn't talk about anything of the combat except for what everybody knew was in the combat. You can actually pause the game and do kind of like a tactical base where you plan your move with a time bar at the top, kind of like Child of Light in a way, where you have a bar that you work with. It's not the same usage, I get it, but it is a bar style. It's not turn-based. It's not anything else. I know it's not anything like it because you can do counters and stuff and drop them and everything like that, but they use a bar system. I know it's not anything like that other than the bar. So that's all people knew about was, okay, cool, I could pause time. It's not like Bastion in any way where it's all real time. It's arcadey. I can do ranged, I can do melee, and I can do magic. I got a sword. I got to know what I got to do with it, and I got to pause time. So, what's up, Ian?
What the hell is that noise?
I'm not hearing anything.
What noise were you hearing?
Somebody was
Sound like
watching.
a child's cartoon or something.
Yeah. Sounded like someone was watching a YouTube video. Apparently, there's a fireworks display going off down the street from me, but
So,
yeah, no, it sounded like someone
That's
was
from
watching some
Mexico.
type of YouTube video.
Happy Memorial Day, everyone. So, yeah, crickets. Nice. So, the one thing, and I won't talk about too much other than, I'm still trying to figure out this whole story. You play as Red. She's what to me is a lounge singer at a local bar, kind of like a 50s, 60s style singing, folksy, beautiful, beautiful lyrics, voice, everything. And you have this sword, and it's a transistor sword, and he talks to you, and you find out that in a cutscene, the sword was actually stabbed into the mail of an unknown person, and then he takes the form of the sword. I have yet to know who this man is, other than he's trying to tell me where to go, and my character has lost her voice, and she's trying to get it back and I wanted to make sure I said it correctly because I was talking to Ian about it last night. It's the Camerata is who this group of people are called that release this robotic force onto this town of Cloud City or Cloud Bank, Cloud City.
Cloud City, nice.
God, yeah. Cloud Bank, and it's got a very sci-fi look to it, kind of like if you want to compare it to anything, a little bit of Tron colors, a little bit of Blade Runner. I'm getting a little neon, a lot of neon, a lot of things, but the last thing I'll talk about real quick is...
You're describing your game like I would describe a beer.
Yeah.
There's a slight bit of hops and then a little bit of neon that's placed in it. It's got a very Blade Runner-y type of feel and taste.
I'm getting a little bit of orange peel, maybe some lemon zest.
So the one crazy thing that I'm still trying to figure myself out, and I'm actually going to different sites now to try to get the best build, is they didn't talk anything about the combat system, where you will run across different people along the way. And when I say people, I use that term loosely because they've already been pretty much transformed into the robots, and you pretty much take on their persona into the sword, where then that sword will have the option to use their ability that you can fuse or enchant into other abilities that you've already unlocked. And the abilities can do anything from make the attack quicker, make you be able to cast a charm on the enemy to where they fight with you, to allow you to summon a friend to help you. Pretty much the options are endless, and I'd really love for somebody to do a calculation. I'm really curious, out of all the different, whatever you want to call them, abilities, how many different options there are that you could modify your layout.
So let me ask you.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
The sword itself. Tell me I'm not crazy, and I'm not the only one that sees it, but doesn't it look like a giant flash drive to you?
Absolutely. And if you actually look at the cutscene in the trailer, when it kind of shows the sword, it doesn't even have a pointy end to the blade. It actually has like a USB kind of connector port, and it reminds me...
Three-prong thing at the end, yeah.
Bingo. And it's funny that you bring that up because there's another game on Steam that I've been seriously interested in, and I don't know if you've heard of it, by Double Fine. It's called Hack and Slash. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Dude, being able to hack your weapon is a USB cord, and you actually hack into the game, and you can reprogram the game to do things for you.
That's the whole point of the game, though. I mean... Now, granted, I'm going to sound like I'm a hypocrite because I was talking about Watch Dogs earlier, and hacking is one of the major things when it comes to Watch Dogs. But hack and slash, that's it. That's all. You find an enemy, then you hack it to lower its life down to one hit point, and you slap it.
No, you could do other things where it actually will grant you life. You could do other things where you can summon a ton of them. You could actually break the system if you know how to code, and that's what the game actually teaches you to do. It's an early access. It really sounds interesting, and it's something that you can actually say has never been done in a game before. You've hacked in other games, like in Watch Dogs. You've hacked.
Well, yeah.
Hacking.
I've hacked before, but it hasn't been the sole purpose of the game. This one, that's it. I don't even know if you actually end up with a weapon that does damage. I think all you do is hack.
We don't. Yeah, we don't know. That's why I'm really curious about this game. I want to know more about it. But okay, so and I'll make it quick about this MOBA because I'm sure I'm going to get some flack for it. But Blizzard is pushing the cash cow not only with Hearthstone, which is a free-to-play card game that you can actually have the option to spend money on, but they are pushing out another free-to-play game that's going to be called Heroes of the Storm, which is a MOBA just like League, just like Infinite Crisis, Dota,
Smite.
Smite. Thank you. Smite's a little bit different. It's a third-person shooter kind of.
No. It's a third-person MOBA.
Okay. All right.
I've got my back to
back to me. I'm about to
I'm
say
currently picking my nose. All right, I'm sorry. Nobody wants to see this.
Now flip it at him.
So the MOBA does what it intends to do, which is let's take everything from the Blizzard universe and combine it into a game together, because what better way to market than across all three well-known games that they're best known for: Warcraft, StarCraft, and Diablo. And
Okay.
you get your most iconic characters. What?
Real quick, before we go any further, we do need to throw this out there for anyone that doesn't know what a MOBA is.
Oh.
So a MOBA is a massive online battle arena. Basically, what it usually breaks down to is two teams have a map, and on the map you have 3 lanes that you go down. You either go down top, it's top, middle, or
Top, mid, and bottom.
Yeah. Along this map, I'm going to go ahead and just do the 3. You've got towers that lay within that are for your team. Turrets, towers, however you want to look at it.
Yep.
Then you've also got every game has a different name for these guys. The little useless grunts. Let's just call them grunts. Minions, whatever the fuck you want to call them. So they run down and they'll reach a point where the minions will fight at the center of each lane, and if there's no hero or champion or god or whatever the term is for your particular MOBA, there to assist them and take the experience points, they always clash against each other and stop right there. The whole idea of the game is for you to go from your base where you do your upgrading and get down whichever lane you've decided with your team you go down, and then get to the main base to destroy it. And then once you destroy it, game over. Granted, a game usually lasts about an hour.
Nope. Not all of them. And that's one of the biggest differences between Heroes of the Storm.
30 minutes to 45 minutes easy.
Heroes of the Storm takes me 15 to 20 to complete. And this is why. This is where it's different. So, Ian, you were talking about, like, the first thing that you said was your base where you do all of your upgrades, your buying items, stuff like that, and everything like that. They do not have that at all in this MOBA.
Then how do you do it?
This MOBA has it. That's the difference. You don't. So you have your 4 abilities. Cannot change those abilities. You've got them. They're locked in. They are what they are. I played as, for example, Kerrigan when she was a ghost before she turned into the...
Wait. Okay, so the Spectre from StarCraft. So that's Kerrigan. That's not the ghost from the canceled Blizzard game Ghost.
She looks like the canceled game Ghost.
Yes, she does. She totally does.
Yes, in this game she does. She's got a sniper rifle. She's a ranged attacker. So the difference is you have 4 abilities. I've got a snipe, boom shot. I've got a AoE, or area of effect, attack, where it's just a spread bomb like a mine that I set on the ground and it booms all to the enemies that are in this circle. And I have a cloak ability, and then when I unlock the ultimate power, or whatever you want to call it, it does a 3-prong shot where it actually looks like I'm summoning a nuke, and I actually have a target laser, and then it just shoots a big-ass cannon at the enemy that I'm targeting.
From space?
Here's where it's different. No, it's just out of her sniper rifle.
Oh, okay.
That's where it's a little bit different. I mean, it's got a targeting laser just like the Ghost in StarCraft, so it was like, sick, I'm going to call a nuke, and I was like, damn it.
Stay on target.
The difference is, as I'm leveling up, every 2 levels, you get to pick one of 2 abilities that you want to apply to your character.
Oh, so here's the upgrade system.
So you don't have to be in town to do this, though. It's on the fly. which means you don't have to teleport. You don't have to waste more time. It's right there for you. I make my selection. I continue to push. That I like because it's quicker and it makes me be able to select one of two upgrades. I don't have to go, okay, for this build, I need to do this, and I need to do this, and I need to upgrade this. I need to buy this item for League, and all this other stuff. I don't like that. I like it simple, and I like it easy. I got a 50-50 chance. I pick one or the other. No other choices. Then what they also have that's different is halfway through the match, there's a side mission that you can do. And in this map that I'm playing on, it's built from the Warcraft universe, and I actually can go into a mine shaft. And what it is, it's a mini game. So it takes away, and it's about a 5-minute mini game. Everybody can make their way into the mines. And in the mines, there's a certain number of undead enemies. The goal of the game is whichever team kills the most undead enemies gets to summon a huge-ass beast at your base that could help you assist and pushing forward to the other team's castle or, whatever the end boss is.
Where does the unicorn come into play?
That's okay. So when you first start the game, you can actually ride a mount until you attack a target. The mounts could be anything from you start out with a regular horse, you could get a mechanical StarCraft looking thing. You could get the Rainbow Unicorn from Diablo 3.
Wait. Where was the Rainbow Unicorn in Diablo 3?
So you haven't played the Unicorn level or the cow level tribute, have you?
No. I haven't gotten that far yet.
So, again, I don't know too much about the console version, but there is ingredients. Okay, so the herding staff. You have to make it.
Well, yep. I've got the staff, and I've got the mushroom, and then
I've got the staff of herding?
Yeah.
If you got the staff of herding, all you got to do is go to Act 1. There's an area that you have to go talk to the spirit of the cow. Boom, you're good. YouTube it. Yeah, you need to do it. It's awesome.
Well, now I'm just going to wait till the Xbox One version comes out.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, achievement whore, you could get the achievement because I'm sure there's an achievement just like there was in the game.
I never played Avatar: The Last Airbender. Do not call me an achievement whore.
Damn you. That was a great game.
Yeah, it was a great game. What, did you rent it for like 12 hours and get?
Hey, I loaned it to Jerry and I loaned it to John, and they all got the 1,000 gamer score.
And it did not take all three of us 12 hours either.
That's
no,
right.
It didn't take you that much time at all. In fact,
12 minutes more like.
Yes, all you have to do is back up into a corner, stand next to a fucking clown car, and just wait for all those firebenders to come at you.
So,
whatever. Shut up. You're just jealous.
Jerry, and I don't know if this at all interests you in what I was talking about, but they have a DC one. It's called Infinite Crisis, and it's free to play, and you could actually just register for it and download it. That's actually kind of fun too, but that one unfortunately takes a hell of a lot longer to play a round, and I'm talking like a 45-minute round because they add so many more items that you have to destroy at each other's base than League or the one that I was just talking about, Heroes of the Storm. But it's got Joker, Batman. They just added. I just got an email about it. I think they just added Green Lantern or something like that.
Yeah,
it's a pretty cool concept.
Well, Matt, not from last night, the different Matt. He invited me to the beta. I never did it. I mean, it's just the MOBA, the MMO, that kind of stuff. It's just like you said. It requires so much time,
but it's free, and that's the only benefit of it. It's like if you don't know what you're gonna play that night, if you're just like, man, I'm looking at my game library, I don't see anything that I'm interested in playing right now. You pop that in, and you're either gonna enjoy it.
Way better free-to-play games than a MOBA.
Oh, dude. Okay, that's why these games are the most popular right now. And Dota. Hold on a minute. Hold on. How much is that pot in for the Dota Invitational? How much did the user?
You understand how that's built, right?
User donated.
Right. No. It's not donated. They actually bought something, and they took the proceeds from that to fill that pot.
And how much have people contributed?
So, how many games do you have that you bought the strategy guide for?
None.
None? You've never?
Not on current or last gen. No, on the PS2.
I didn't ask current or last gen. I asked how many times have you bought a strategy guide.
3, 4, maybe.
And how many times have you used that all the way to the end?
All of them. Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 10, Hitman Blood Money, and I don't remember the fourth one.
Wait, Blood Money.
Yeah,
Was
Hitman.
that last gen?
That was PS2, I thought.
I don't think so.
Or was it first contract? I don't know. It was whatever the PS2 one was. I used it all the way to the end.
Either way, that's the only way they fill the pot. And what that is basically people purchasing the book to try to get a leg up so that they can play the games better.
And they
Usually
get
what happens is that they buy it and read through a portion of it on one character, the one character that interests them, and when they can't handle the character, they quit playing the game.
On what, Dota?
Is that not the one that we're talking about?
No, I was just curious.
What are we talking
I never played Dota. It looks too difficult for me because all these game developers that play it talk about all this crap, and I'm like, that just sounds way over my head. I never played Dota.
Well, okay, I got you, because there's the whole final hit type of thing when it comes to fighting enemies and
Yeah.
yeah, I watched the international because
I want to watch it because it sounds
it's interesting to watch.
And they did a documentary on it, didn't they?
Probably.
Okay.
They do documentaries on everything nowadays.
Speaking of, why
the
I have a
ET
question-
cartridge
I have a
in
question.
New Mexico.
I've got a question for you, Ian.
Yeah, but you gotta have an Xbox to watch that.
No, you don't. You can be on Showtime and watch it.
That's exactly what I wanted to ask you.
Showtime?
I'm not paying for Showtime.
I'm not trying to downplay your Xbox, but I'm really curious, why did Microsoft allow that documentary plus the Halo TV show that's going to be coming? Why are they
Halo
putting that on
TV show?
Showtime? I don't care, man. If you're wanting to sell your console, why are you allowing other network providers to be able to air that?
So that you get more capital to put more special effects into it. I
But
mean, the one is not selling as well as they wanted it to. Look at
that
what
would
they're
sell it.
doing. They're gonna
That would-
no, it wouldn't sell it. One TV show, one documentary is not gonna sell it.
It's not just
They're
a TV show.
back
It's
some
not
of
just
their
a TV
money.
show.
Wait, Jerry.
It's not just a TV show. It's
Hold
Halo.
on. Jerry said time out. Stop.
It's Halo.
Wait a minute. Yeah, where was I? What rock was I under?
Spielberg's behind this, dude. It was announced last year.
What rock was I under when this was
You were
announced?
under your personal console. Oh, I'm sorry, personal computer. Hiding out because there was a leak in your Steam pipe.
Oh, boy.
Last
You're
year,
jealous
it was last year at E3. Yeah, I'm fucking jealous. Let me tell you.
because your laptop can't handle this. I'm just kidding.
Keep that
I'm
shit in
just
mind.
curious, Ian.
You written up your will yet, buddy?
They said you're only going to be able to get this on the Xbox One. This is where you're going to get all your content. This is where you're going to get all your entertainment. You got a one-stop shop. This is your true media center for everything, games, TV, all that. And I'm like, why?
Because they made him the mistake of dropping it for $4.99 as opposed to $3.99.
You know, I would have to agree with that point. If they had dropped it to $3.99 or $4.99 with the Kinect, they probably would have had a better jump off out the gate, and they would have had a better grip on what's going on. I mean, even GameStop has stated that they've noticed a higher interest in Xbox One stuff since that price change. I'm not going to call it a price cut. Would you seriously continue with that? And then, so why are they doing that? So let's see. If you take a show or a movie and you give it to another outlet, that outlet has to pay you for the rights to show it. Correct?
I get it.
So-
Why Showtime? I don't have Showtime. That's not fair.
I don't.
But it's
You know-
cheaper than buying a $400 console. You could pay for Showtime for 3 months, and you could get the show.
And Microsoft still gets the money.
Yeah,
When it
but how-
airs based on how many people are watching it.
Still doesn't make sense to me.
Well,
I just-
you know what? That would be fine if you were in the industry that kept track of that shit and
I
understood
know.
how people got paid. A lot of shit doesn't make sense to me. Like the female orgasm doesn't make any sense to me at all.
God.
Well, it's
Doesn't
just
even
like
exist anymore.
it's just like why I don't get. I mean, whatever. I mean, I get it.
Well,
It's
you
like,
know,
well, here's what I can compare it to. It's like they're putting Halo on the Xbox, but that was their main selling point that they kept saying. Only on the Xbox One are you going to be able to watch Halo. Am I not right? That's how exactly they
No,
said that when
they
Spielberg
never
came out.
said
He
only.
said, yes,
They said it will be available first.
They never. I'll
Go
rewatch
back
it.
and rewatch it. And if
Sunday.
So
I will eat
here's
crow.
where I have an issue where it's like, okay, so you're talking about money into Microsoft's pocket, all that other stuff. Then why doesn't, I don't know, Sony say, you know what? You could go to the movie theater and watch the Ratchet and Clank or the Sly Cooper movie when they come out of the movie theaters, or you could watch it on the PS3 or PS4 when it comes out.
Do I need to go back to the whole statement about the guy that beat his wife accidentally and is trying to make it up to him?
What?
Yes.
Hey, John,
Hey, Jerry, what's up?
what'd you think of that Batman Arkham Knights trailer, buddy? What'd you
It
think of
was-
that?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
that's what I'm
pretty
talking about.
badass.
Dude, it's going to be good stuff.
I'm looking forward to that. They've definitely got some voice actors. Good strength
Yes.
there. Good strength. Kevin Conroy, Tara Strong, Nolan North. I mean, pretty good.
Hey,
And it's got the
ready to-
Batmobile.
What was that pre-order bonus at the end of that? By the way, I missed it. Was it Harley Quinn playable or what?
Something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. She looks totally different in this
Her
one.
story though, did you play through that?
The one from City.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
That
all sorts
was
of torn up.
I don't care. That was very well done.
No, I'm saying it. That's what I'm saying. It was well done. I mean, she's all sorts of torn up.
Yeah. Did you ever play that, John?
Tore it from the floor up?
Did you ever play that Harley Quinn DLC for Arkham City?
No, I have not yet.
Very well done.
It was good. It was good, and you get to play as both Batman and Robin. So.
Yep.
Do you get to play as
Nice.
Azrael?
Yeah.
Well, fuck all that then.
But I'm good. Sorry, I went on a tangent. I was just curious.
I know,
When
but
do
I
you
just had to
not
do
go
that
on
because it was
tangent?
funny.
What am I not curious about something, right?
Yeah,
Hmm.
when are
Curiosity
you
killed
not
the
curious
cat.
/ furious about something?
Hey man, I want everything good for you.
Shut
Hey,
the fuck
Amplitude Kickstarter is a go. Zach mentioned that on www.facebook.com/group/superbarleybros.
ROS, not BR. Fuck, I can't spell.
I did participate in that Kickstarter. I did opt for the cross-buy PS3 and PS4 version when it's supposed to be delivered. I think they said March 2015. We'll see.
That sounds. You know, if I had a Sony console, I would have pitched in on it because
Dude,
I
hell yeah.
have frequency, I have amplitude. You know, I played the shit out of those games, and I thought
yeah.
those games had a far better music selection than Rock Band throughout its entirety. And granted, Rock Band was constantly adding music to it, but there's a certain time frame when a game first comes out to when you lose interest. And the good stuff came out after I quit caring.
Did you ever play DJ Max on the PSP?
DJ. Oh, yeah. No, I never got very far, but yeah, I tried to play it.
So I saw the artist, and what made me decide to pick it up right off the bat, when I was like, okay, I'm back in this Kickstarter, was Anna Monoguchi
Anamanaguchi.
is going to be on the soundtrack. Is going to be
Oh, yeah. Well, see, Freeze Pop is on there.
and Freeze
that's-
Pop too. And that's
Yeah.
I was like, I missed that. And then some dude on Twitter said that. I was like, bullshit. And I went to the page. I was like, holy shit, it is. So yeah, I'm pretty psyched about it. But
Yeah, I'll have to come
I
over
got
and
3
play
Kickstarters that I'm backing right now. I'm backing that one. I'm backing Mighty Number 9, of course,
it.
and then I'm backing the River City Ransom sequel.
River City Rampage?
No, River City Ransom. Please tell me you played that on the Nintendo,
No.
where there was the most famous for the barf. Whenever you beat up, it was about 2 high school dudes having to save their girlfriend and their brothers, and you could learn Stone Fist and Acro Circus and
Wait.
Dragon Feet.
No. I played this game, but it wasn't
Yes.
called. Yeah, it was called Double Dragon.
No, this is nothing like Double Dragon.
Were there whips involved at some point?
No, there wasn't.
Was there a Nabobo involved?
No, there wasn't.
Sure.
Look it up. Yes, I am.
Yeah, no. Who the fuck is that
So we were talking about the other day, adding some more nerdy stuff into it, like a movie review. So speaking of movies, X-Men: Days of Future Past did pretty daggone well this Memorial Day weekend at $90.7 million.
They're saying with the 4-day weekend they're supposed to hit over 100.
So when are we going to go see that? Are we going to plan on?
Well,
doing
here's
that,
my
or?
first question: when are we going to go see Spider-Man? Because that's only made $8 million, which means it's on its way out.
What?
Yeah, dude, it's on its way out.
This is actually one of the lowest accepted Spider-Man movies next to Spider-Man 3.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go review that. So who needs to see the first one? I know John needs to see the first one.
Me.
So we
Yeah, I
need
haven't seen any of the remakes. I'm not sure that it would necessarily matter.
No,
No,
you need
we
to.
fill you in on it real quick.
No, fill in. Shut up.
It is Leary.
No, we'll watch it again. So we need to do something. We'll need to plan that out. But yeah, let's do Spider-Man first then.
Well, see, what I was thinking is that we would just hit Spider-Man next Saturday.
What's next Saturday?
That's a Saturday at the end of next week.
Thank you.
That would be the 30th, I believe.
31st.
Thank you.
Now, who was saying that they wanted to take the kiddo?
That's me. That's why I was saying next Saturday.
Okay, so we need to do the first one first. Have you already seen the first one?
Yeah, me and him watched it 4 to 5 weeks ago.
So, John, Scott, do y'all want to come over and we can do the first one and then meet up?
If I'm not in the hospital, I could.
Oh, that's right, baby watch.
Oh, shit, that's right.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
we can preliminarily plan on that then.
Hey, no, do it still. If you guys have the time to do it, do it.
I don't want to do it without you, Scott.
Oh my God, that's so homoerotic.
Just remember what I told you, Jerry.
Wow, it's 11:15, and I think we've gone through some beers.
Diablo 3 time.
What are you
I'm thinking back in my
everybody?
eyelids time.
I'm gonna kill some Nazis is what I'm gonna do.
Dude, there's a couple people, John, on Diablo 3 right now.
Yes, I know. I've already seen who's on.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes, I know. I know.
I'm,
All right,
I'm
so
sitting here updating our picture. It's been fun.
Yeah, Ian, just to give you a heads up, so in the past week since they jumped this, and I hope they keep the same legendary drop when they release it on the PS4 and Xbox One, I hope they keep it because literally I've gotten about in the past week 6 or 7 green drops.
what the hell's a green drop?
What?
It's a rare. It's the rarest of the
more
rare.
rare than the legendary. It's the rarest of the rare. There's
Well,
sets.
it's probably added with the Reaper of Souls then.
I don't know.
Okay,
I thought it was in the
let's
original.
take into consideration that the console games don't get as many updates as the PC version, so it will probably be.
Hey, you never know because these new consoles now can push updates a lot better than the previous gen. So you never know.
You know what I've noticed, though, and this is with mine, so I'm kind of asking you with yours.
Sure.
So the updates do download in the background, but I still have to input the disk to get the update to finalize.
Oh, that's
So
dumb.
do you have nothing but digital?
No.
What do
So,
you mean you have to?
A lot of the $60, well, a lot of asshole. A lot of the stuff that's over $20 is disc-based.
Sure. Okay.
So anytime like Rise has a Jesus Christ has an update that I need to get, but I don't play Rise all that much after I've finished it. You know,
So-
I don't do the multiplayer for it.
So like you said though, when your Xbox One is on though, it knows that you've played the game, so it will say as long as you got your install on your actual console, will it automatically download the update?
Well, like I said, it has the update. I have to
Okay.
put the disc in to finalize it.
That's okay. I'm not trying to say which is better than what, but
So yours
on the
doesn't
PS4,
do it. It's
auto-
basically all I'm
an auto
looking.
update. Yeah, it auto updates, and I don't
So
have
then
to
let
wait
me
until
ask
I
you,
play it.
if you sold the game, but you still have the full install going on to where you have to put the
It
disc
would
in to play it,
it would still download the
still do the
updates as
full
they.
update. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yep. The only bad update I would say is with MLB 14 The Show, where you do have to actually input the game, load up the game, and it will then tell you, hey, there's a new roster update available. Then you can download and save it. But as far as game patches and updates and stuff like that, as long as I got the game installed on my PS4, automatic.
No, these are both disc and digitals then, yes?
Yeah, both. Doesn't matter which one.
Okay. Very cool.
So
Anything?
Basement Crawl's being rebuilt from the ground up. Can't wait.
Yeah! Are you going to have to buy that all over again?
No, they're doing it for... It's like a fucking 90s TGIF show. God damn it. I my lighter. It's like...
It's an episode of Friends.
Super Marley Brothers is filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Are we the replacement for Big Bang Theory?
Wait,
Don't
what?
compares to that piece of shit show. Don't ever compares to that piece of shit.
Big, what? Whoa. Whoa.
No. Offline discussion, because I could get into another rant. I don't feel like being up for another 30 minutes.
Wow. Stay tuned next time for God's piece of crap Big Bang.
On the next episode of Super Brother Brothers.
Oh,
Fuck
don't
that
lie.
show.
We'll forget by next time.
But
Wait
anyways,
a second. Based on our prior conversation, do you guys remember the conversation that we had last night?
I don't.
What are we talking about?
do.
What conversation?
Well, here, why don't you
John
just
didn't know
go
we
ahead.
were recording tonight. He
No,
didn't.
no. John
conversation.
didn't. Okay, John did not recall. Yes, you're right. I did not recall. I didn't remember that we were supposed to be recording tonight. At any rate, that's not the issue.
But anyways, Basement Crawl will be free
Wait, I'm
whenever they
confused.
rebuild the entire game for me. Because of the $10 that I spent on that piece of shit.
Okay, I was about to say, is it free? Because it's going to immediately be one of those PlayStation Plus pieces of shit.
Oh, well, they'll never put that on Plus because then it... Dude, the Metacritic score speaks for itself.
You know what? And there's only so much you can do with a rebuild.
No, well, they said...
Look on, we get it, Jerry.
But my guess for first PS Plus game, and I'll even make a guess on your first Xbox One game.
Oh, God.
First PS Plus game for the PS4 will be Knack, no doubt. First Xbox One, and I'm predicting for you, is going to be Rise.
Wrong,
What?
brother.
What?
Was it Max, the Cursed Brotherhood?
I'm talking full retail.
Oh,
PS Plus.
oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it would be Forza.
Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. Let's wrap this up.
All right,
right.
cool beans. So, I am Ian at Fiend75002. That is also my Twitch handle, so feel free to look me up. I stream every Tuesday night. Hopefully, usually, it is a new game. This coming week will be Watch Dogs. I will take care of that. And then if the streaming channels run down on Wolfenstein and I get back to playing that or Child of Light, I will be streaming that. Jerry.
Twitter at JD_SHEP. No twitchy stuff just yet. None of that. And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Jesus.
Someone had to go there.
All right, John.
Oh, good lord. This guy's playing with backgrounds. And
I
failing
want to be a
miserably.
pirate.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God, there goes Jerry.
Arrgh!
I gotta go grab my
Okay.
gimp mask.
Okay.
God. Hurry, sign off before he comes back.
Oh, I got the button.
All right. I am John at Phoenix42PH03 NIX42.
Scott.
Alright, you can reach me at Flip42FL1P42, same as on Twitch. I don't stream on specific dates. I stream randomly, so whenever you see it pop up on Super Brawley Brothers and you're around, give me a watch. And yeah.
All right. Well, as Pirate Jerry would say, it's time for him to go to the bathroom and take a piss. So we're going to finish tonight.
I finished that whole bottle, man.
Oh no! You finished that whole bottle, and now you got to go take a wee bit of a piss. Yeah?
For those
I've got
listening,
no
that is one
price.
Gatorade bottle and two 12 ounces for Ian.
Oh yeah, I forgot there's an audio. Jesus fucking Christ. All right, so that's it for tonight. We'll be back again in 2 weeks. We'll probably do it on another Saturday night so that you can listen to Jerry complain about it being 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock by the time we finally wrap up.
I'm
For
not
the rest
the
of
only
the-
one that complains.
For the rest of the... Yeah, well, wives don't count in my book.
Well, there's a... and that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, right? So, with that all being said, we are Super Barley Brothers. You can find Jesus Christ, the Inception. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube at YouTube/Super Barley Brothers. Please subscribe. That's where everything shows up. Your mustache and hat stayed behind. That's it. Good night, everybody.
Adios,
Laters.
mofo.